Hello and welcome to another edition of the SoccerStarz Archive Blog. It's that time of year again. The fall bag is out. The 2000 edition has been released. It should be in Co-op and Toys R Us stores from this coming week. So of course I've got the brand new box here. Done a little unboxing video to show you the contents. Just quickly before I get into it, the format slightly changed. There are 45 figures this year, which is an increase from last year's edition. So the 45, 5 of which are away kit players. They're exclusive to the 4-bag. They will not be part of any blister release, any team pack release or anything. The only way to get them is, of course, a part of the 4-bag. Base colours slightly changed as well. We've still got the 4 options, still keeping the same rarity scheme. There's no pyramid. They're all should be done rough with the same production amount for each one. So neither of any figures rare or any base on the other. The 4 colours this season, they're keeping yellow and they're keeping gold. The 2 new ones they've done are hot pink, which is quite interesting. You'll see that soon, hopefully, if you get in the bag. And mint green, which is slightly brighter than the traditional grass green you're used to seeing in blisters and other previously team packs, etc. So without further ado, let's crack on the box. That's the box itself. Now you probably won't see this in stores, normally in co-ops, etc. like a little clip strip. You do get 18 per box, and very similar to previous editions, Manchester United have their own little bag. I'll show you the 2 bags here. This is the what I call the generic bag, and this is the Manchester United bag. Manchester United have 5 players, so Man United will be in there. Let's open the first bag, let's see what we get. Hoping, of course, for get one of each base colour, and of course to get an away figure. And that first one out, that's brand new sculpt, which is Marcus Alonso for Chelsea. Not a very good result for them yesterday, losing at home. Not a good start to Conte's reign as champions. So I'll open Manchester United bag next, so you can see that. I will come back to the leaflet which comes in it. I'll explain the figures that are in it, etc. Don't want to keep you guys waiting too long to see the figures. Let's get the good stuff out first. And the first Manchester United one we have got is Ander Herrera on a gold base. So now I see a little mixture of various bases so far. Next out, oh fantastic, we have got a away kit figure, which is Luis Suarez for Barcelona, and this is the new hot pink. For some reason it doesn't seem to focus on that, but there you go. So that's a new hot pink base. Be interested to hear your opinions on the new base colours, if you like, if you don't. Personally, I don't mind the pink, it's a bit of a novelty, but again, I won't bother too much. I'll come back to the whole colour systems later on. Next up is Thibaut Courtois on a yellow base, same as Alonso. It's a nice little set we've got going on there. Next up again, it's another brand new sculpt, first time ever done. Arsenal's Alex Iwobi. Cracking game on Friday night to kick off the Premier League season. Victory 4-3 for Arsenal. Next up, we have, it's another gold base for Arsenal. It's defender Laurent Koscielny. So there we go, flying through these. Next up we have, continuing the Chelsea theme on yellow base, midfield enforcer N'Golo Kante. Cracking sculpt, and nice that his skin tone's actually matching this season. Last season it wasn't, slightly annoying. Fantastic, we've actually got first one I can show a mint green base. It's a brand new sculpt as well. It's Atletico Madrid's Stefan Savic. Fantastic sculpt, that's the mint green base. So there we go, that's Savic for Atletico Madrid. Quick point to mention on Atletico Madrid, well I remember actually, their club badge actually changed this season, so going forward, although the club is what SoccerStarz class as a classic kit without sponsored logo, this season it does have the new badge, which there's no chance you're going to be able to see that when I zoom in on that. Absolutely, yeah, never going to happen. I will take some pictures. The badge has changed, so they are re-releasing most of the figures they did last season classic kit this season with the new badge on. If you go on my website, you can see the details all there. Just something to mention for the season collectors, if you would like to collect one of each, they are being done again. Next up, it's another mint green base, and it's Barcelona's Gerard Piqué, which again, they're not a classic kit. That is actually 2017-18 kit. It's just Barcelona have requested no sponsorship logo on it. That's just them. I tell you what, I'm going to open the other Manchester United bag, see who we get. And we've got, fantastic, we have got, really pleased we've got this one out so you can show you this one. Gold base Eric Bailly, which in my opinion is one of the best sculpts of this range. It really is fantastic. That's Eric Bailly in a gold base. Next up, we have fantastic. We've got Atletico Madrid's Kevin Gamero. Be highly linked to move away, but he's still at Atletico. And again, another fine new sculpt. You can join Stavic, and again, it's on the mint green base. So you can see so far it's a nice mix of base colours. We've got one of each base colour represented. We've got away kits as well. And this one, there we go. In my opinion, the world's best player. We've got Lionel Messi in his trademark celebration, fingers to the sky, on the mint green base. A few more bags left. There we go. Another Barcelona player. French international Samuel Umtiti on the hot pink base, and Umtiti now actually makes SoccerStarz history. If anybody knows why, post in the comments. Interested to see if anybody gets that. Just a few more left. Awesome. We have got another away kit, and again it's for Barcelona on a hot pink base. It's Neymar, who just transferred to PSG. I'm pretty sure SoccerStarz will announce the PSG version of Neymar very soon. I don't think his move will have any impact in terms of the collectability of the Barcelona away kit figure. And these things will happen because, of course, SoccerStarz tried to produce the bag to get it out for at least at the earliest it's been released that I can remember. So you're going to get a few transfers. These things happen. It's out of their control. Me personally, still happy to see an away kit figure of Neymar. Next up, on a hot pink base, it's Chelsea manager Antonio Conte, which of course is the first ever release of Conte as a SoccerStarz figure. Now I expect this one to be highly collectible. I know people love the manager sculpts. So that's Antonio Conte, his first ever release on a hot pink base as well. So again, like I say, we've got a nice mix. And on goal base, we have Petr Cech for Arsenal. So we've got a Iwobi, Koscielny and Cech for Arsenal on a goal base there. Last two now. Who we're going to pull out of the bag. Completing my Arsenal set, there we go. We've got Nacho Monreal on goal base. So I've actually got all four Arsenal figures on a goal base there. And the very last one, it's a yellow base. And it's Eden Hazard. There we go. So yes, it's a fun mix there. I mean, it's very spaced out. There's no duplication of players there. There's no duplication of bases. You know, I've not got three Hazard on yellow base or anything daft like that. So say all different figures, brand new sculpts. Just looking across the row that I've got there, there's a bright mix of colour bases as well. Just pick one of the leaflets up there. This is the leaflet you'll find inside the full bag. It's like a little checklist for yourself. I've done my own PDF, which again I'll post a link on here, just so you can see that in more detail. The one that SoccerStarz have done there. So just run through the list basically of the ones that are actually included in the bag. It's a 45 figure series, 5 away kits was exclusive to the bag. Arsenal, you've got Iwobi, Koscielny, Monreal and Cech. Atletico Madrid's Gamero and Stavic. Barcelona have got Puyol, Messi, Umtiti and 2 away figures, which are Neymar and Suarez. Chelsea have got Conte, Hazard, Alonso, Kante, Courtois and Moses. So big choice for the champions, as it should be. Everton's got Guy and Schneiderlin. Liverpool, Wijnaldum. Henderson, Coutinho, Mane. Manchester City's got Gabriel Jesus. However you want to pronounce that. It's not getting to that one. And Kevin De Bruyne. Manchester United's 5 are Herrera, Bailly, Mkhitaryan, Pogba and Phil Jones. Newcastle have got Lascelles. PSG's got the new Julian Draxler. Real Madrid's Alvaro Morata, of course, has moved. The Chelsea pick has been announced. That should be due out, I would imagine, probably October time, as a rough guess. Casemiro, Ronaldo, Marcelo, and the away kit figure of Gareth Bale. And of course, the drama, so let's not forget him in away kit as well. Spurs got 2 players, Ben Davies in home and Dele Alli away. Stoke, Crouch and Berahino. West Brom have got Livermore and the 2-1 for West Ham, Lanzini and Snodgrass. So I say a nice mix of players there in total of 16 brand new sculpts, which have not been released before. And of course, your away kit figures. Just running through the list on the bag, my personal opinion is very happy with the mix of players. A couple of obviously interesting ones included in there. Things like Monreal and Koscielny. But I suppose it's hard to include people like Sanchez because you're not sure if he's going to stay or not. Me personally, I do think there is a neglect towards the manager figures in this particular bag release. I think a lot of people would rather see, say, Mourinho in the bag as opposed to Phil Jones, who we've seen for the last 5 seasons in a home kit. It's nothing interesting in my opinion. I think again a miss is Simeone, Klopp. I think they'd be fantastic ones to have in the blind bag as opposed to some other inclusion in there. Not knocking people like Henderson, but I don't think it's an exciting figure to look at. I don't think that's one that a kid's going to go to the shop wanting. It's been out for a while now. I think if you wanted it, you would get in a blister. So, but other than that, no major gripes with the release. I just think that they could have maybe had a couple of other choices. Ben Davies, I suppose the first Spurs Classic kit release of him, but I do feel something like Harry Kane would have been a better inclusion. He was in the bag last season, but on a away kit. I think they could have done the home kit in this one, but with gold boots to signify they won the golden boot. That'd have been a nice touch as a bag exclusive again. These just ideas. I mean, on personal thing in terms of the colour bases used. Nothing against the hot pink and the mint green, they're interesting, but I would prefer to see a standardised set of 4 colour bases used. I liked yellow and orange, personally I would go with that, and then put gold and black, but I would tier it. I would have maybe say 40% yellow, 4% orange, 15 gold, and then 5% black, just to try and create a demand and exclusivity about it. It's all very accessible. I don't think it creates, from a collector's point of view, something you want to look out for. It's all very easily to get, but again, that's just me as a seasoning collector. You can't please everybody. Everyone likes different things. Some people are quite happy to have a full bag of just Man U figures, etc. So that basically rounds it up. I will post, like I said, a PDF link in here as well. Very interested to know if anybody gets why Titty has made SoccerStarz history. Hopefully someone can get the answer. Might be a prize if someone gets that. Maybe we might give it away. Who knows? Depends how quick you are to get it. Right. So that's basically it for this edition of SoccerStarz Archive Blog. My next one will probably be about the new range of blisters and the kits used for this season. Hopefully you enjoyed the unboxing video, and of course look out for the bags. They should be in Tesco's, Toys R Us, Co-op stores, etc. going forward from this coming week. And thank you very much for watching. Happy collecting.